concept of climate change has become a highly debated and controversial topic in recent years, with many individuals questioning the accuracy of the information presented by scientists in the mainstream media. While it is understandable to have some skepticism, the notion that scientists and the media are intentionally lying to us about climate change is a misconception that needs to be addressed. The overwhelming consensus among climate scientists is that human activities are significantly contributing to the warming of the planet, and the evidence to support this claim is vast and well documented. One of the primary reasons why some people believe that scientists and the media are lying about climate change is due to the perceived inconsistencies in the messaging. For instance, some may point to the fact that scientists have been warning about the dangers of climate change for decades, yet the issue still persists. However, this criticism fails to account for the complexity of the problem and the time it takes to implement meaningful solutions. Climate change is a long-term issue that requires sustained efforts and cooperation from governments, corporations, and individuals around the world. The fact that progress has been slow does not necessarily mean that scientists and the media are being dishonest. Another reason why some individuals may be skeptical of the information presented on climate change is due to the influence of special interest groups and lobbying efforts. Fossil fuel companies, in particular, have a vested interest in dampening the severity of climate change and promoting doubt about the science. These companies have been known to fund studies and campaigns that aim to discredit the overwhelming scientific consensus on climate change, often using misleading or flawed data to support their claims. However, it is essential to recognize that the scientific community is not beholden to these interests, and the vast majority of climate scientists are motivated by a desire to understand and mitigate the effects of climate change. The mainstream media also plays a crucial role in shaping public perceptions about climate change. While some media outlets have been accused of sensationalizing or misrepresenting the science, the majority of reputable news organizations strive to provide accurate and balanced coverage of the issue. However, the media's tendency to give equal weight to both sides of the debate, even when one side is not supported by scientific evidence, can create a false sense of uncertainty and confusion among the public. This phenomenon, known as false balance, can be misleading and undermines the public's understanding of the scientific consensus on climate change. Despite these challenges, the scientific consensus on climate change remains clear. The Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change (IPCC), which is composed of hundreds of scientists from around the world, has concluded that it is extremely likely that human activities, particularly the emission of greenhouse gases from burning fossil fuels, are the dominant cause of the observed warming since the mid-20th century. The evidence for this conclusion is based on multiple lines of evidence, including temperature records, melting of glaciers and ice sheets, and shifts in the distribution of plants and animals. In conclusion, while there may be some inconsistencies in the messaging and some special interest groups may be promoting misinformation, the overwhelming evidence suggests that scientists and the mainstream media are not intentionally lying to us about climate change. The scientific consensus on the issue is clear, and the evidence to support it is robust and well documented. Rather than perpetuating conspiracy theories and misinformation, we should be working to address the real challenges posed by climate change and promoting a more nuanced and informed public discourse about the issue. By doing so, we can create a more sustainable and equitable future for all.